Hi, my name is Dana Jones and I am your Core Council Chairperson. It is my honor to be here today to share with you the good news about your center, the Center for Spiritual Living here in Dallas. I want you to know that we provide both programs and offerings for a wide range of individuals within the community, from our first-time visitors all the way to our long-term members, from the baby boomers to the young adults, and all the way down to our tadpoles that are in nursery. We have programs that really work and help transform lives. What I want to do here today is just share with you briefly a little bit about some of the good news we shared at the annual meeting as it relates to the state of our center. So let me start first with our attendance. We are growing. We are growing by leaps and bounds. Our weekly attendance overall is just at the tipping point of 500 attendees every single week. And when we talk about our attendance, we're looking at a couple of different things. We're looking at our Sunday celebration. We're looking at our Science of Mind classes. We're looking at everything that happens on a Wednesday, plus our Joy Village group as well. And we're looking at our online reviews for that very first week that we put all the information up online. 500 people a week now, and that is amazing for us. And it's only going to get better as time goes on. The next thing I want to tell you about is our classes. In 2018, we had 19 classes that we held. That means that we actually helped transform lives for about 177 people. And we know that the classes are important. We know that they provide the spiritual tools and show us how to use those tools in life, in everyday life. And so these classes are really important. And so congratulations to the 177 people who actually attended the classes in 2018. Next, I want to share with you a little bit of information about our new guest. In 2018, we had 315 new people attend CSL Dallas as first-time visitors. That's about 6 every single week. And while that's great news, it is lower than what we experienced in 2016 and 2017. So we started to do a little checking to see what's different with regard to our new visitor program. And what we found is it's been 2 years since we did the Invite a Friend campaign to CSL Dallas. And so we want to bring that campaign back. We also want to bring back our little cards that talk about CSL Dallas so that you can hand that card off to individuals that you meet with throughout the week who could really benefit from all the great things that you're learning here about CSL Dallas and the spiritual principles and the transformation process. So our goal would be that every single visitor who comes to us now, especially since we have the new host program online, everyone who comes to us will get a chance to experience the richness of the host program. They're going to be met with someone who's here at the center who's going to lovingly show them what the center is about through a tour, and then allow them to spend time with some of you in our congregation to see how awesome we are here at CSL Dallas. The goal would be to retain at least 50% or more of our visitors into active, fully actualized members of our community. That's the goal. So we've got some work to do on our new guest. Now, let's talk a little bit about our members. We actually had 25 new members join CSL Dallas in 2018. That is great and only going to get better. So let me share with you. If you are watching this video and you want to officially become a member of CSL Dallas, you'll have an opportunity to do so on March 24th. So mark your calendars. It's just around the corner. It's a great opportunity for you to learn all the privileges that come with being a member at CSL Dallas. So thank you for that. One of the things also that was happening at CSL Dallas, as you know, is Reverend Karen brought the Open Door program to us. And it's a great program that allows our young adults together once a month to really talk about the spiritual tools and principles and to get to know each other and spend time on all of the important communications that are happening in our community. We had about 15 people on average attend that event, but we're going to do something different. We're actually going to speed it up. We're going to do this event 2 times a month as opposed to 1 time a month, because we really want our young adults to be able to grasp some of this life-changing information that's happening here at CSL Dallas and fellowship together. The other cool thing that is happening, and I think it is really cool, is that we do a fundraiser for our teens. You guys know it, it's Divine Dining. We did 17 of those events last year. Thank you to everyone who participated. I know myself and my spouse did as well. But the good thing about this is it provides funding to allow our children, our teens I should say, attend teen camp. We had 11 team members attend summer camp, and we had 7 attend the winter camp as well. So it's important for our young adults to learn the tools and go and share it with other people throughout the United States, and really learn the practical skills of how to live a very full life. We're able to do that because we provided this opportunity for them. So if you haven't signed up for Divine Dining, please do so for 2019. It is transformative for our teens, and it's really a lot of fun. The next thing I want to tell you about that's pretty cool here also at CSL Dallas is we do sacred service travel. Yes. So about once a year, you have an opportunity to travel with our CSL Dallas co-directors and members to some pretty impressive sacred places. Last year and into this year, we had a group go to Bhutan, we had a group go to New Zealand, and we had a group go to Australia. You can do that through CSL Dallas. And so if you haven't done so already, I'm going to encourage you to save your money or carve out some assets so that you can take the trips that are coming up. In the fall, there's a New Thought, New Roots trip to New England, and that again happens this fall in 2019. But there's also an opportunity to go to South Africa in 2020. I'm going to go there. I hope that you'll be able to join me as well. And just know that everybody pays their own way for these trips, including our ministers, or I should say our co-directors. But it really does provide an opportunity to learn the tools, to have that sacred community, to be immersed in the culture, and to really fellowship with one another. So sacred travel happens here at CSL Dallas. Who could forget also the amazing guests that we had in 2018? We had Marianne Williamson here at the Majestic, where we had 650 people attend. That was amazing. And then we also had Dr. Deborah Johnson here to do a workshop, as well as Edwin Gaines. And we had somewhere between 66 to 122 people attend those 2 events. And then most recently, we just had Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. here, and that was life-changing as well. So we're always looking at ways to enrich your teachings and to help stoke that energy that's inside of you that helps you live your best life. We're excited about that. Look for more of that as we go into 2019. Speaking of stoking the fire, we also had our very first fire walk event here at CSL Dallas, where we had 166 people attend, but 100 people actually walked. And that's huge. 100 people out of 166 attending. It was great. And so what we do know to be true is that now we've got our own certified firewalk instructor in Reverend Karen. So thank you, Reverend Karen, for taking that certification process. And for those of you who want to experience this life-changing experience, mark your calendars for November the 9th. November the 9th, we'll have another opportunity to do our firewalk. It's a really exciting time for us. Some of the other things that we've done in the community really have taken us outside the 4 walls. We were actually able to bring both love and consciousness to a couple of events that happened in Dallas. First of all, we were at the Women's Equality March. Secondly, we were there when we talked about immigration and how we could unite children with their parents in that process. We also held a prayer visual at the National NRA Convention for gun control and gun safety. We did prayers to make sure that our voices are heard as we try to bring about peace across the U.S. and abroad. We also focused on the Dallas Pride Parade, where our teens were bringing love and consciousness to the LGBT community. So again, we're doing things outside of CSL Dallas to help increase our visibility. Another thing that we're doing inside Dallas or outside in the community to increase our visibility is we're participating in what's called the Faith Forward Dallas organization. And so most recently, we had our very own Reverend Karen and Tracy Brown represent CSL Dallas at the first ever pilgrimage. So it was the Faith Forward Civil Rights Pilgrimage that happened here in Dallas. And so that means for a week, you had your faith leaders on a bus basically visiting the past, but also discussing how to work together to create a future that works for everyone. And that's what we're about here at CSL Dallas. So that really coincides with our overall mission. In addition to that, we had Reverend Karen have an opportunity to do a couple of other things inside Dallas that had not been done before. So first of all, she was actually able to do the opening prayer at the National Day of Prayer at Thanksgiving Square. That was a first for us and a new way to get CSL Dallas's name out into the community. Next, she was actually able to ask to do the invocation at the Turkey Trot, Dallas Turkey Trot. Now you guys know about that event, 35,000 people strong. Here's our Reverend Karen being able to do the invocation there. That was a huge ask and an opportunity for us also here at CSL Dallas. And then thirdly, she was asked to lead the prayer at the interfaith prayer service that occurred here in Dallas to kick off the week-long celebration of Dr. Martin Luther King. Look at us getting into the community. Thank you, Reverend Karen, for that. And we'll continue to look for ways to go out into the community. But just as we go into the community and as we here service CSL Dallas, CSL leaders here, CSL Dallas leaders, I should say, also spend time really celebrating who we are, but also participating in leadership and service to the greater CSL community. What that means is here last October, we had an opportunity to host 125 CSL ministers right here in Dallas. And I had a front row seat to what that looked like. And I have to tell you, we really are fortunate to have Dr. Petra, a master teacher, Reverend Karen, who is explosive with her ministry and her business leadership, as well as our very own Tracy Brown, here leading us through Science of Mind. It was a huge experience for us, and by far, we are the new mental equivalent for a lot of the other CSL ministers in their locations. Feel very fortunate, feel very proud to be associated with such a very strong organization. I know I am, and I want you to be as well. Let me tell you a little bit let me tell you a little bit more about what's happening at the greater level from our spiritual leaders here at CSL Dallas. So first, let me start with our very own Tracy Brown. She is the chair of the Leadership Council for Centers for Spiritual Living. She serves on a ton of other communities, and she's also on the executive search team that's looking to hire an executive director. Thank you, Tracy Brown, for your leadership. We also have our very own Dr. Petra. She is past chair of the CSL Education Corps. She's also a member of the Spiritually Motivated Engagement Committee, known as SMSE. She is also the part of the Executive Director Search Team, and she contributes regularly to the Science of Mind magazine. Thank you, Dr. Petra, for your leadership there. We also have Reverend Karen, all right, we can't, last but not least, for sure. She is in service to the greater CSL Council as well. She has been a member for 10 consecutive years. So thank you, Karen, for that. She just finished serving as the chair of the nominating corps, and she thought she was done, but she was asked to fill a seat for the Ministers' Council, again, through CSL. So we are very honored and fortunate, as I said before, to have such learned women right here at CSL Dallas who are also contributing and helping to shape the greater CSL, Centers for Spiritual Living. It's a blessing. Thank you for your leadership there. So what I've done here is try to give you a brief overview of all the wonderful things that are happening here at CSL Dallas. And I like to say that we are a hit. That means that we are healthy from a financial standpoint. Let me go again. We are healthy from a financial standpoint and from an organizational standpoint. We are innovative for all the different ways in which we try to continue to increase the adoption and transformation process for anyone who comes into the CSL family and the larger community. And then we're on target with our leadership and our transformation. We do it every single day through our classes, through our webinars, through our online experiences, through the speakers who actually come into us. It's all meant to fortify us so that we can live the best life that we possibly can. And so I want you to think of CSL Dallas as this spiritual and metaphysical epicenter for Dallas. We are that and more. Thank you for your time. Look forward to seeing you on Sunday morning and Wednesday classes or wherever you may be here in the center. Thank you.